Hello, all my little owlets. Mama Owl here. Welcome to my very first YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment this video. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always leave them down in the comments. I will have my Discord link in the bio. I'll have my TikTok link in the bio. I will also have the credits to the people who made me some things for this video in the bio as well. But this is my first YouTube video as well, and this video is going to be based off of me kind of talking about myself, a bunch of questions I got from you guys on my live, and we'll go from there. My first question is, how long have you been playing for? I've been playing since 2018 on Adopt Me. Next question, what do you do for your job? I am a parts coordinator, so I'm the one that handles the parts coming in for your vehicle. I mirror match them, taking the text, all that good stuff. Favorite build in Adopt Me. My favorite build in Adopt Me that I created is my New York City home. Love that build so much. It's also my very first glitch build. I'm so proud. Another one is, why did you start playing Adopt Me? Well, I couldn't really tell you why I started playing Adopt Me when I was younger, but I can mention why I got back into Adopt Me. I got back into Adopt Me because it was an escape from reality. Life as an adult is very stressful sometimes, and you have to just kind of escape. So that's why I decided to get into Adopt Me, and because they've made some really good updates, and everything just seems to fit right into place. Their updates are amazing, the pets are amazing, the community is amazing, all that. Who do you hope to collab with? I would love to collab with Megan or Cookie Cutter. I would love to collab with either of them. Who do you hope to collab with? I just answered that. I bet. How old are you? I am 21 years old. I will be 22 in April. Why did you start a YouTube channel? I started a YouTube channel because I'd love to be able to make longer videos for you guys. And because a lot of my owlets are asking me to make YouTube videos. That way they can watch them and grind themselves, or watch me and they eat their food or this or that. Because that's what I do. What you just start playing? I started playing Adopt Me in 2018, which I think I already mentioned. I started playing Roblox, I believe, in about 2014, 2015. When did you start the Owlet community? When I first started playing, when I first made my first TikTok, I just made it out of fun, not thinking anything of it, and then it just kind of blew up from there. So I'd say the first start of the Owlet community was probably a couple months ago, and we're already at 1,000 followers, which is crazy. Why did you choose the owlbear as your mascot? So, funny story actually. I was just in a public server and I saw someone have him make an owlbear, and I became addicted. And I had to get my hands on it somehow, some way. So I did what I could to trade it. And ever since then, I was just addicted to it. And when I started my TikTok channel, that was the pet that I loved at the time. And that's why it's my mascot now. And it seems to have brought a lot of us together. What is your fave pet from common to legendary? So let me get back with you on that. My favorite common pet is my Mega Ghost. My favorite uncommon pet is going to be the Shih Tzu. My favorite rare pet is going to be the Great Pyrenees because it reminds me of my dog I used to have. Her name was Athena. My favorite ultra rare pet is going to be the Ghostly Cat, just because it's a beautiful pet. You can't tell me it's not cute. And then I have a couple of favorite legendaries. One of my favorites is my giraffe, the strawberry penguin, the winged tiger, the dingo. My owlbear is obviously my all-time favorite. And my new favorite is the Arctic dusk dragon. What's your goal for the YouTube channel? My goal is to grow it and make it something that I can hopefully get known for as well, and people enjoy watching me and make good content for you guys and all that jazz. Did anyone motivate you to start making your channel? My boyfriend, actually. He was the one that told me I should start making a TikTok off of my Adopt Me pet game because I love playing it all the time, and he knew it. And he's like, why don't you do something you enjoy and see if you can make a job out of it? And that's what I'm doing. So props to love of my life. My next, I just ripped it off. Well, my next question is, what's your least favorite pet? The absolute least favorite pet is the orangutan. That thing is ugly and horrible. Best pet in your inventory. Best pet value-wise is my giraffe, 1000%. My giraffe is like worth 500 in value. How to get rich and adopt me so fast. So for those of you who are always asking me, how do you get rich and adopt me so fast? There isn't a way to get rich and adopt me so fast unless you're buying pets and you're not doing it smart. It took me several years to get where I'm at now, and I just want to keep reminding you guys that it does not happen overnight. It takes a while. It takes long. A lot of motivation, a lot of grinding, a lot of being loyal to the game to get rich. It took me years to get to this point. So there's not really any specific way to get rich fast, but I can give you some tips and tricks. My number one tip is to collect as many pets as you can, whether it's common, uncommon, rares, ultra rares, legendaries. Collect all of them. Get as many as you can of each of them, make them neons, make them megas, and trade them off. Because there is going to be somebody who is desperate for that pet. Next one is keep your seasonal pets, guys. Seasonal pets rise when the season comes about. So like Halloween, the Bat Dragon rose in more value than what it already was because it was a Halloween pet. For example, right now it's Christmas, so the snowball pets are rising. The winter fawns are rising. The snowman pet is rising. Anything that has to do with winter is rising. So be very mindful of that. Keep your seasonal pets. Know your values when you trade pets. Because if you don't know your values, you could get an underpay for supposed to be an OP pet. Make sure you know what OP means, which means overpay. Don't overpay too much for a pet, but also make sure they're not underpaying for your trade. What else could I mention? Those are just my main tips and tricks on how I got rich. Have you ever considered being an owlet more like off? Have you ever considered being with owlets more like off stream? So when this question was asked, I asked like in real life, and they said yes. If there ever was a time where I became so famous, where I was being sponsored and being flown out to places, I would love to meet you guys in person. But I'm a little tiny content creator right now, so I couldn't say that will happen, but it would be amazing to meet some of the owlets for sure. Especially the ones who stayed and stuck with me the very beginning and were loyal all the way through and are still loyal to me. I love you guys so much. How do HPOTs work? So for those of you who don't know how HPOTs work, you need to, because HPOTs is a lifesaver. So when you have a pet that is full grown, a mega, like for instance my owl bear, she is level, I think 67 friendship level with her. Every time you get an extra level with your pet, you get an HPOT. HPOTs are a way that you can age up your pet without having to physically have it equipped. And that's what I like to do. I like to have 2 pets that I have that are my favorites and grind those pets and get HPOTs off of them, and then make the pets I don't really care about, neons and megas, and then trade those. So HPOTs is your best friend, and I would rather use HPOTs over aging up pets manually. Just mentioning. When did you start getting famous? Please ignore my dog in the background. Famous. People say I'm famous. I don't feel like I'm famous. I definitely do feel known, but I wouldn't say famous. When I think famous, I think of thousands and thousands of followers, and Adopt Me recognizes me and all that stuff. But I believe when I started getting a little bit more known was when I started getting noticed in the game without people who, when I got noticed in game and people who aren't friends with me. That's when I started realizing, hey, I'm starting to become a little bit bigger than I thought I was. And when? I would say a couple months ago. I was very, very small, guys. Like, I think I went live the first couple times and I literally had nobody join, and I ended it because I was so sad. But you guys made it all happen. Does your family know / support you? So my boyfriend obviously knows. My mom knows. She supports me. My dad doesn't think it's going to work just because he's an old school type of guy. He believes that you should do physical labor, but he supports me though for sure. My brother thinks I'm crazy out of my mind. My sister, she won't understand, but for the most part, my family does support me. They just don't think it's gonna turn into anything. But I've proven wrong. What's your fave color? My favorite color, if you have not tell, is pink. I'm a big pink girly, y'all. What siblings do you have? I have a brother and a sister. My sister is turning 20 this year. My brother is turning 23 next year. And I will be turning 22 next year. So I'm the middle child. My sister's the youngest and my brother's the oldest. Although it should be vice versa with my brother. Weirdest thing that helped on stream. The weirdest thing that helped on stream, when I think of that, I think of the equipment that I have. My tripod. Because I used to use a little pet, like a little stuffed animal to hold my phone up for you guys. But that's probably the only thing I think of weirdest when I think of that question. If it's not what you meant, then let me know and I'll re-answer it. What's your first high tier? My very first high tier was a neon giraffe. I had one before, I have the one now, and I traded it and I regretted it. So my neon giraffe is my very first high tier I ever owned. Besides the fact that I used to have a bad dragon and all that stuff before values became a thing. What's your favorite thing about the Adopt community? The Adopt community is so nice. You have to find the right part though. You have the side where people are super greedy and don't want to trade, but you also have the part where everybody is so beyond sweet and loving and kind and everything in between. What's your rarest pet? My giraffe, 1000%. What phobias do you have? I hate spiders. Hate them. I will kill him in a heartbeat. What pet took you the longest to make Neon or Mega? My Heytay. My Heytay took me forever, guys. I procrastinated that so freaking much because I hated it. And then I'm also going to just kind of speak about other different things. But again, you guys made all of this happen, and I love and appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video. If you have any comments, recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. I love all you guys so much, and I hope you have a good day / good night. Bye, my little outlets.